looks to be. Okay, we have 3 hours and 51 minutes to work with. I think that's plenty. And we want to get the bear hide. You know what? Screw it. Okay. Moving a little slow.
Not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay. We're really not that far. So, I mean, also, if we can set up a, if we can actually get a little bit of wood and set up a fire, then we can cook and be fine. And then we can really take our time getting back. But we need to find a branch or something. Just a little bit slow. A little slow. No, the problem is if we eat right now, then... Oh, God. Of course it's windy, too. That's like insult to injury. But, the issue right now is,
Dying from starvation.
Yeah, we really need to eat. If I can just find, like, there's a couple plants and stuff I could find, though. We're just gonna find a branch, cut it up, set up a fire, and eat, though, and then we'll be fine. There's a branch directly ahead of us. We just gotta get to it. If I ate now, I would be eating raw meat, and that unfortunately can cause a lot of issues. You do not want to eat raw meat in this game. It's real bad. It can be real bad. Oh, there's a little house up here. Oh, shit. Dude, that'd be perfect. We could set up a fire in there. That'd be great. In fact, I think we'll get both of these logs and then go into that house, set up a little camp, and then just cook all our meat. And then we'd have a bunch of really high-quality meat we could come around from you. That'd be good. Kazuma Cat, I think it's a foundational procedural issue. And I don't think that that just saying creating games is getting more expensive. I think that's a cop-out. I think companies need to find better ways to make games. Especially people that have been doing it for a long time and know how to do it and can do it well. So, like, for instance, it's kind of a pretty big deal, in my opinion, when a company that is already selling millions of copies of AAA titles is still putting cash shops and stuff in their game. That's pretty messed up. But I will say this. Let's flip that around a little bit. Let's take Deus Ex, right? So Deus Ex, the most recent one, they did put a cash shop in their game, right? And even with the cash shop, it didn't make enough money for them to want to continue the franchise. So, you know, I have to admit, there's actually, you know what, we're going to drop meat instead. There are certainly parts of me that go, if you have to put a cash shop in your game to keep making those games, if that's something you need to do, I mean, I'd rather have a cash shop and another Deus Ex than no Deus Ex. You know what I mean? So it becomes a pretty sticky issue when you start thinking about it like that. Where it's like, yeah, you may really hate cash shops, but do you want another game in that franchise? Because the higher-ups that don't give a shit about the franchise that only care about making money, which there are plenty of, if they don't get those cash shops, they're not going to care enough to make a new title. So, yeah, why? I locked your car? Yeah. From up here? I don't know. Where are your keys? Weird. But yeah. Anyway, it's an interesting debate right now. It is an interesting debate.
Turned out pretty well.
For sure. Yeah, by the way, that was Joel. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, let's do it. Let's do it. Square Enix is never happy about how much they make. They said the same about Life is Strange. That's true. And also, dude, I got to admit, I had just recently got informed about the fiasco behind Final Fantasy XIV and what they did in a couple countries. For those that don't know, when Final Fantasy XIV released its most recent expansion, without telling consumers, in some countries, the price of their monthly subscription went up by a factor of 300% in some cases. Whoa. And they didn't even tell them. They just started charging that much more. So, yeah. Like, I did not know about that. And it's not all countries. It's only some countries. But yeah, they just straight up doubled and in some cases tripled the cost of the monthly subscription. If you go look on Steam, actually I don't know if it's still there, but last I looked on Steam, if you look at the most recent expansion, there's a bunch of really bad reviews. And I was like, why is this getting so many bad reviews? And sure enough, you go and you start reading all the reviews and they're like, yeah, the expansion's good, but they jacked up the price without telling us. So that sucks. That sucks. Zieth says, "Fake news co. Stop spreading lies." Go read the Steam reviews. That's I'm just going off what I read off Steam. Yeah. What game am I talking about? The most recent Final Fantasy XIV expansion. That's a conversion issue, not Square Enix. A conversion issue? What do you mean? That's only due to conversion rates. So wait. Square Enix didn't change the price of the thing? So wait, I don't understand. How it... I'm confused. If it's currency conversion, though, how would currency like, does Square Enix have nothing to do with that? Never recommend anyone to read Steam reviews. Those people have no idea what they're saying. Well, the thing is, though, is... Okay, here's what I'm wondering. Someone's been paying X amount to Square Enix for their game. They look at their statement the next month. It is 2 times more expensive than the month before. And you guys are saying that Square Enix had nothing to do with that? Because that seems weird. But again, I guess I have to look into it more. They're wrong. Square Enix repegged every sub cost to the USD value when they used to have country-specific pricing. So they did technically raise the price, but they did it just to bring all the subs to the same level of payment, basically. Interesting. Okay. I'll look into it a little bit more. Clearly, this is a deeper issue than I thought. And also, I now know that I need to apparently look a little bit closer at Steam reviews. But it does sound like they did indeed, any way you slice it, it does sound like they raised the price. If their local currency has plummeted in value, then they'll end up paying more due to inflation. Oh. Okay. Okay. Interesting. What game are we talking about? Well, we were talking about Final Fantasy XIV, but to be honest, I clearly need to look into it more before I talk about it anymore. Because, yeah, I want to make sure we get out facts. I don't want to get out a bunch of random conjecture. Good morning, Wild Chick. How you doing today? Good to see you. A blind run in PoE is fine, but not really recommended, since it's overwhelming for beginners, and only really necessary items in PoE are premium stash tabs to sell this stuff to the public. Okay. Well, here's the thing, though. I think, and I talked about this earlier today for anyone that's just tuning in, I think we are going to do a quote-unquote blind run for my first PoE run. I do kind of want to come up with my own build. And primarily because, you know what? I gotta be honest. I've been watching some of the other PoE streamers that have been working on the game, and I don't really like that every time they level, they have to like tab out of the game, and they just like look at a walkthrough and then come back and click a few things on their skill things and then keep playing the game. I kind of want to like read what skills do and make decisions, and I don't really want to just like do what someone else tells me to do, because it seems like PoE is a perfect game to not do that. It seems like PoE is the perfect game to dive in and really explore that kind of stuff. But then again, maybe it will be overwhelming. But here's what we are gonna do. I'm gonna start the PoE run blind. I'm gonna start the PoE run just playing the damn game. And if I do ever get to a point where I'm like, okay, this is too much, I need to follow a guide, then I'll just follow a guide at that point. But I do kind of want to start it myself. Yeah, I don't really want to. I don't really want to like do too much of a guide or anything. Not, at least not at the beginning. Maybe later. All right, we need to get home. We need to get home now. Right, meow. We're at the logging camp. Actually, we could just sleep here. Yeah, let's just sleep here. Sleep until morning. You know what? I need a little bit more wood because I wanna make some water, and I want to have some tea before bed. Wasn't there a? Didn't I see a branch around here somewhere? I thought it was pretty close. Maybe not. Oh, you know what? We can just walk in here and break up one of these tables, can't we? I think there's some tables and stuff in one of these rooms. Where's my torch?
I'd lay down right here if I thought.
Oh, this is still locked. We still need to find the key to that place. Alright. I think there's just a table we can break up in here. I think PoE could make a fortune selling respec potions to people that want to start blind and then have to untangle the mess later, but surprisingly they don't sell those. And to their credit, dude, that's pretty awesome. Because you're right, they could make a lot of money off that. But I think also, well, you know what? Never mind, I'm not going to say that because I haven't played PoE enough to make that judgment. I would think that they wouldn't want people to be able to respec whenever, because I feel like that would kind of... That could have an issue with endgame, because then it's like instead of having to level up a new character and dump all those new hours into the game, they could just buy a potion and skip the hundreds of hours they would play their game again. And then you wouldn't have to have multiple characters, which I assume that some people like to do. I know there is a respec thing in game, but I heard it's hard to get. Well, I heard it's not just like super easy. I heard that it takes a little bit of work to do, which is good. I think that's good. Yeah, I think, just to be clear, I think Bikeman's making the point that he's surprised you can't just easily throw money at the game to get a respec potion, which apparently you cannot do. You have to actually put a little work in for it. So, and I see where Bike's coming from. It's worth noting that it's only affected those in Russia and Brazil who were paying a third of the price for their subscriptions via Steam, and only via Steam. If they were subbing on any other platform, it would have been the same price that they now have to pay on Steam. So all they did was adjust the fee via Steam to balance it out universally. Okay, Laughing Matter. That sounds good. I appreciate the update there. To be fair, that is still Square Enix increasing the price to people who were paying a price for it. That's true. Now, that being said, it's apparently a very good reason to do that, and I see why they did it. But at the same point, they did increase the price, so that's never going to change. But I see why they did it, and I understand why they did it. Did I see the Aurora yet? No, we haven't. Nope, still haven't seen it. We never made it into the hatch. Yeah. Am I excited for the new Wolfenstein game? Oh, hell yeah, dude. I cannot wait for the new Wolfenstein game. We just finished the other ones, and they were amazing. Love it. Oh, am I in front of the health bar? Let me move that over. There we go. The thing is, it isn't them increasing the price, but increasing the price without telling people. Yeah. But it's, I mean, I can kind of see from Square Enix perspective where they're kind of like, they should have been paying this anyway. So why should we ruffle feathers and tell them? It's weird. It's a weird situation, man. It's a weird situation. There's no right answer. Let's do this. And let's do this. Man, bear meat is super good. Wow. Bear meat is super good. Okay. This should give us enough rest for tomorrow. When does coffee ship? I think on the 18th. You can order coffee or Ko-fi until, hold on, I want to make sure I get these dates right. You can order the custom roast of Ko-fi until the 11th. So you can order Ko-fi for 4 more days, and then on the 18th, it's going to get roasted, and then directly after the roast, it gets shipped, and that way you get it fresh. So yeah, for those who don't know, this is our first custom blend from Madrina's Coffee, a spicy, dark chocolatey, earthy blend. And you guys voted for the name, so I appreciate those that voted. But yeah, you can order this until the 11th, and then it will go out. We are going to be doing a lot more custom roasts with Madrina's, so if you don't get this one, don't worry about it. However, it is important to mention that every custom roast will be a one-time deal. So once that roast is gone, it's gone. Like, it will never be back. So, yeah, if you do want to get it, now's the chance. Okay, I think I can pick up some more of the meat that we dropped. We may want to do that and truck it back to our other base. Where did I drop it, though? It wasn't here. I think it was over here. We dropped it on the way to the house, I think, right? Yeah, I think. Oh, was that it over there? Yeah, here we go. My chat starts going blank after a while. Have you heard of this? Yes, that is a known bug in Better Twitch TV. And actually, one of the reasons that I switched away from Better Twitch TV. Because that bug hasn't been fixed for months, and it may never get fixed. What I recommend is uninstalling Better Twitch TV and looking for a program called FFZ. FFZ is more frequently updated. The dev is active on Twitter and answers questions. And it honestly has a slew more features than Better Twitch TV. There are a few things that Better Twitch TV does that FFZ doesn't. Like if you click on a name and look for chat history, that's not an FFZ. And if you use /local sub, that is not an FFZ yet either. However, FFZ does pretty much everything else that Better Twitch TV does, and it doesn't have the bugs that Better Twitch TV does. You can even download a pack that lets you use Better Twitch TV emotes in FFZ. So, yeah. I definitely recommend FFZ over BTTV. You can even use FFZ with Better Twitch TV. That's right. That's right. I personally don't do that. I just use FFZ, but yeah. Oh, chat history is in FFZ. You just have to enable it in the settings. Whoops. There you go. Cool. I didn't even know that. I just got FFZ a few days ago, and there are an overwhelming amount of options in FFZ compared to BTTV. Like, there's still stuff I don't even know how it works, so. Yeah, I personally don't care because I don't use local sub. So if the only channel I care about sub mode is this one, and if I want sub mode, I just put it in sub mode. I don't local sub anything. So yeah, it doesn't bother me. Hey, Clana, my first Twitch baby, love your show. Thank you, man. Thanks a lot, bud. I appreciate that. Very nice, you dude. All right, we got to be careful here because I think I'm heading south, and I kind of need to head to the southeast. I remember we came over this hill, and then we like bounced down the side from this way. I hate when we're this way down and we can't like sprint around. Would I recommend Ko-fi to someone who isn't usually a coffee drinker? No. It's just coffee. If you don't like coffee, I don't think you're going to miraculously like the one that my name's on, unfortunately. I wish I could say that. Oh, you don't like coffee? Well, let me sway you with Ko-fi! No. It's just coffee. Ooh. Hey, buddy. What's this? Banana Pepper Handler, what's up, man? Oh, we already got that one. Okay, cool. Hey, this is my first time actually watching your stream. How is everyone? Says the Pandemanium. I'm great today, dude. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying the show, dude. Did Bike tell you how awesome PoE is? Bikeman has swayed me on more than a few games, so that's not really too surprising. Yeah. Space Blunt says, wait, it's just coffee? Isn't there magic inside? Well, yeah. But I mean, it's not going to make you like coffee more. It will allow you to fly, however. But that's not the same thing. Did I pick up the gear I dropped from the bear attack? I think so. I think I dropped my rifle and... Uh-oh. I got all my clothes, I got my rifle and my flare gun. If I dropped anything, I don't need it. We're good. Yeah. You might want to disable global chat and PoE. So much infancy and abuse. Oh, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Thank you. Thank you. So you're saying Bikeman is your games dealer? He's one of them. Yeah, for sure. I've learned over the last couple years that if Bikeman really dives into a game, I will at least have some fun with it. There has yet to be a game that Bikeman has said, you should try this, and I haven't at least enjoyed a little. Which is definitely not the case with everyone that recommends games to me. Oh, you son of a bitch. But yeah, so that's where we are with that. For sure. And also, funny enough, I don't like a lot of the games that he does, but I have noticed that if I ever see JP spend like many hours in a game that's not Overwatch, then I'll generally enjoy it as well. Like JP actually, and which is weird because a lot of people wouldn't assume that me and JP would play the same games because we kind of, on drop frames, we definitely have back and forth. But there's a very, like, I have a pretty good respect for the games that JP likes as well. And a lot of times he's dead on with his assessment of them. Is the Kofi blend grounded or whole bean? Oh, it's totally whole bean. That was actually by my request. I know a lot of people prefer a lot of different types of grinds for their coffee. So some people like thicker grains for French presses. Other people like fine grains for high-end coffee makers. So I personally requested that Madrinas only roast and send beans, so you guys can decide the grain of your grind. The grain of your grind. That sounds fun. Coach should absolutely play Persona 5, but I can't sell him on it. Yeah, that's one of the one games I just know I can't get into. It's just, it's too high schooly and over the toppy, and it's just not for me, man. It's not for me. It's just not for me. I can respect the game mechanics, and I can respect the depth of the game, and I respect it as a game, but it is not for me. It's not for me. Yeah. And I'm sorry. I know that I have a huge amount of people in our community that really want me to play Persona 5, but it's not for me. I'm sorry. I'm a 32-year-old man. Wait, 33? 34? How old am I? 33? Hey, Lena. Yeah, 33. Okay, 33 years old. So yeah, I'm a 33-year-old man, and it's a bit too much for me. Oh no, Ko actually loves anime. I like a subsection of anime. 90% of anime I'm not a fan of. But then you have anime like Castlevania, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man, Ghost of the Shell Standalone Complex, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop. You know, there's some animes out there that are literally some of my favorite shows ever created. And then like the other 90% of it that's just like, in my opinion, complete trash. Unwatchable trash. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. So I like more actions and violence. Sort of. I like games that are I like animes that are more action oriented and more adult oriented. Now, if that's going to be from gory violence, I'm okay with that. If that's going to be from adult sexual themes, I'm okay with that. Or my favorite kind of anime is Ghost in the Shell type stuff. where, dude, you can have entire episodes of Ghost in the Shell standalone complex where they're just really intelligent commentary on the human condition. Where it's literally the entire 30-minute episode is just static faces talking to each other. But it's really interesting stuff. Like, it's super engaging and interesting. It's like watching debates on morality and consciousness. And, like, I just sit there at those, like, you know, like, I love them. And then I go and I'll talk to somebody and they're like, yeah, I kind of like Ghost in the Shell, but it's way too much talking. And there's not enough, you know, like, hallways in classrooms. And it's like, no. No, please, don't say that. But yeah, it's, yeah. I really like that kind of stuff. Which is kind of counterintuitive in most cases, but, you know, what are you going to do? Oh, I love Psycho-Pass. Yeah, Psycho-Pass was a lot of fun. How long is left in the game? I have no idea. I have no idea how long is left in this game. We're just about to complete one of, like, the main kind of boss fight slash quest parts. And we're going to kind of see where it goes from there. I'm going to drop a lot of this meat out here, though. Oh, well, let's do this. Let's do this. What we're doing is we're dropping this outside so it always remains cold. And I'm pretty sure from what more experienced people have told me, and this could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it actually goes down less if you have it outside. Because if you've noticed, if you throw fresh gut inside a house, it will start curing. But if you put it on the ground outside, it will not start curing. Also, we confirmed that wolves and stuff don't actually eat this. We kept a close eye. We put a bunch of fish and deer meat out here. And over the course of like 6 days, not a single piece got taken. So, yeah. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. This other meat we're going to cook, though.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
All right, let's go ahead and start a little fire. Explosively, that's right. Why wouldn't you want the guts to cure? I don't think you can use cured gut as a wolf deterrent. You may be able to, but I don't know if you can. So, I like to keep at least a couple fresh gut on me in case we get attacked by wolves and we can use it as decoys. Shouldn't you leave the meat uncooked until directly before you eat it? Technically. Yeah, the way that cooking in this game works is it immediately adds 50 condition to the meat. So what I honestly should have done is brought all the bear meat back and laid it out raw, and then right before we ate it, or right before it got to 0% condition, which condition does still go down outside, then we can cook it for that extra 50% bonus. And that would work really well. But I didn't this time. It's not a big deal, but I didn't this time. Wait till they add raccoons to the game, and then all that meat is gone. No, I haven't seen the new GOT stuff yet. Me and my wife caught up through the last season of Game of Thrones, but we haven't seen the new ones yet. Yes, I just killed the bear. Does that mean story mode is over? I have no idea. We're on our way to turn the bear quest in just a second here. I don't know. Okay. Do we need to rest? What time is it? Nah, we can make it to the other guy's house first. We're gonna need to make some more water. But man, we are so good on food now. This is great. This is great. That bear set us up, man. That bear set us up. All right, let's go ahead and make some more water. Do 3. Am I a fan of Fate Stay Night? Oh yeah, I'm a fan of like they made like 3 different Fates. They made like Fate Stay Night, and then they did there was another Fate that I saw. It was like a different take on it or something. And then there was like a mini movie. There were so many of those, dude. Dude, oh my god, the end of Fate. That was rough for me. The entire show, I was expecting something different, and then at the end of it, I was just like, really, really, you're gonna do this? Really? I was surprised. I was surprised. All right, let's see here. Okay.